center in that camp, and he was talking about youth and children in that camp in general. Actually, before that, we did a walking tour, and I've been in many refugee camps, but I never been in anything like that one. Center of the street, so like a big guy cannot walk in it. I mean, serious, very tight. Like two people, someone have to, like we say, hug the wall to let the other one pass. And you know, we heard stories of like how difficult it is to carry a coffin of a dead person through these streets, and this is where we saw lots of children play, okay, and this is where children and where people would live. Anyway, in that meeting with that youth center, the director told us that in 2011, over 60 children from that camp tried to sneak into a Jewish settlement nearby here. And when you sneak into a Jewish settlement, I mean, we know the result of it, or either you get killed or arrested, and if you get arrested, you go to prison for several months or several years. It depends on what they accuse you of. To the left, this is Israeli military camp. You can see Israeli soldiers. Look to the right. I mean, this is what is occupation. Some times ago, there was even a checkpoint between, like there were lots of checkpoints within the Palestinian territories. An Israeli bus, has a Palestinian license plate. You will get stopped here.
Okay. Cruise right on through. Yeah, there's a prime example of the terraces. And the dryness. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like a communications center, maybe. I don't know.
It's almost like a natural amphitheater.
Yeah. Your assignment for today is to clean up all those stones there.
Now we are kind of moving from a climate to another.
Yeah, look at that.
We were on the mountains, and now we are approaching the Judean wilderness.
Look at that.
Which is completely different in the rains and
like night and day.
flora, fauna, wildlife.
Look at this over here. It's like night and day.
We'll stop the bus in a minute.
Wow. Wow. What a difference.
So this is the wilderness.
Wow. You have some green over here. Then there's some transition. And then it's just like a desert all of a sudden over there. Wow.
It's a desert garden.
Yeah.
Don't wait a year like that.
That's
why, I do that. I come right here for a year.
I like that one.
A year before I did the rubber. Before I did
I went to
Yes.
Or if I have actually.
Oh, maybe it's clouds or smoke. You're gonna take a nap?
It's like I lost my map.
Oh.
The Jordan River and the Dead Sea. So I think visiting ancient Jericho now will give us kind of will make our day easier more. And they have also the Dead Sea products, the minerals, salt and creams and other cosmetical things that they make from the minerals of the Dead Sea. They sell at that shop, which is usually the $8 one.
Puppy cows, the sheep, the goats, the horses. You miss them.
Now, there may be some, like Kim has already had this wonderful experience, so she will just be in her bikini. And first, Steve, are you going to do it again? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Steve.
Steve needs as much cleansing as possible. He has so many years of bent up sin that we're gonna spend the night. So,
Hey, I drove monogram. I gotta claim what I've done in the last 2 years.
oh yeah, that's right. Okay, and we know Leslie, we haven't been able to immerse her. So Thomas and I will take control of this situation. Both of us tomorrow are going to be in the water, and he'll be holding on to his crowd, his sheep, and I'll be holding on to my sheep as we do it, and we'll explain when we get there. So tomorrow's going to be your wet day. And it really works out nicely as Sam's figured out for us. We visit the Tell today. The hotel is 5 minutes away from the Tell, so it's really close. So we'll go there, we'll buy our robes, go to the, after the Tell, right? We're going to go to the Tell first. Tell first, and after you come down from the Tell, the store is right there in front of us where the bus parks.
Okay, where are we going?
B1.
Yeah,
You gonna walk toward it?
Peacock. Yeah, they can. Lowest inhabited city on Earth, 950 feet below sea level.
The largest oasis, look at it. It's a huge oasis, surrounded by desert from 4 sides. And it is the oldest city in the whole world.
Oldest city in the whole world.
Oldest city in the whole world. I mean that the first human settlement that existed in the whole world was here in Jericho, according to archaeologists. When people settled here, when they built houses, others were still living in caves, hunting for living. So they never settled down. What helped the people of Jericho to settle down was the climate. we are below sea level in Oasis. So in the summer it's very hot, but plenty of water here. That's why it's an oasis. And in the winter it's warm. So people like in the winter they don't have to go to the closer to the desert because already they are in the middle of the desert. So it's warm in the winter. So if it's snowing in Jerusalem, people like warm here. So that helped people to settle down. Now Jericho was inhabited, like this is the tell. It was inhabited almost 21 times, 21 different civilizations settled here.
Wow.
And the last civilization that was here goes back to almost 1300 BC, which is almost the time of Joshua, son of Nun. Later on, it became significant in terms of location because it's located in the Jordan Valley, and this was one of the main roads. So the name of Jericho was mentioned also foreign documents in Babylonia and Egypt. Egypt was occupied at least twice. Other stories is the story of Elisha, who was the disciple of Elijah, who came to Jericho and healed one of the springs. According to the Bible, one of the water from like one of the springs was not good enough to drink. People asked him to heal that water, so he prayed in the water and the spring came to the spring. We go and look at it.
Ancient watchtower.
Look back there and see that mountain, that is Mountain Station. The walls on the top of the mountain is about a church where the Russians started to build just before the First World War, and then they stopped because of the war, and it was never built. And down below, to the left, that's kind of round building with 3 domes. That's the Greek Orthodox monastery. It's called the Monastery of the
Monastery.
And that represents the location of the first temptation when the devil told Jesus, if you have time.
First temptation.
Now, the second temptation took place in the cave that you see ahead of you. Now, the cave is hard. Go to a restaurant to our side of the mountain. So, let's go that way. When that little city was built, it's built with stones, as you see, because always, like, the walls of the city were built with stones, but the houses built with mud bricks. If you look at the sides of the kind of the dig, you can see over there some mud bricks, like ancient mud bricks. So this is dated to almost 8,000 BC, 10,000 years old. And it's built on the bedrock, so usually the oldest thing, like the lowest thing, is the oldest thing. Now, Jesus came to Jericho at least 3 times. And here in Jericho, he healed many blind people. And I think there were many blinds living in Jericho because it's the only town in Judea and also in Samaria that's built on the plains. So I think the families who had children who could not see well or blind children, they, like many families, left their towns and came to live in Jericho because it was easier for their children to live here than living on the mountains. So that is your hotel. So between here and your hotel, they found the ruins of Herod's palace, where Herod the Great died. That was his winter palace. Ashes, and these are remains of the fire.
The old and the new.
Not today. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
good for me to hold on to.
Okay. Let me get one shot of this.
Three for 20. Wow. They were all long enough to get over for
Florida, folks. Tampa, so it's Tampa. It's a pleasure to have you. First of all.
You've got someone here that went to Georgia State.
They did? Georgia. Okay.
No, and the diploma over there.
Actually, believe it or not,
Guys from Tampa.
son went to Georgia State. Show you how unique this glass that we actually have here. One of the most unique and special items that you folks will find in this place is called the Hithron glass. It is all behind me, a little bit in front of me, and it's behind you as well. It is all replicas of the Phoenicians. This family has been...
Very jealous.
You have a picture with Jimmy Carter there.
Oh, I like him.
Got bananas.
Picture?
Yes.
Where is it?
Right up there. Big one.
Oh yes.
And there's another one back over there. Same picture.
The bastard.
Oh my God.
Oh, his boyfriend. She picks out good
And then she has Jimmy's picture down there too. He likes her a lot.
She wearing like a straw hat.
Did he give you these roses?
Yes.
Really? That's really Have some, it's delicious. It starts with a K. Actually, when he said it today at lunch, it sounded like it was beef syrup.
They're really good.
It's great. Isn't it good?
Anybody else want some?
I can tell when you came over you got it.
You want to see Kim enjoying it.
I don't get to be in the videos. I'm usually taking them. I have done a couple selfies with the camera.
Okay, Susan, what's going on here?
Very good.
My boyfriend.
Her boyfriend.
And the sweet.
Man was he, climbed up in the sycamore tree. Lord, he wanted to see.
Good week on this.
He
Looked up in the tree and he said, Zacchaeus, you come down.
We're going to your house for tea. We're going to your house for tea. That's how we just go.
We'll take a quick stop here at the tree. I think they probably, well, there's another bus getting off there. It's this tree straight ahead. You want to get off and take pictures of it? No. Okay, well, we'll go slow. It's going to be on the left-hand side.
Sycamore tree.
I turned a little. Okay, here it is. Big old sycamore tree.
Is that tradition or
Yeah, tradition.
He carved his initials on the trunk. I see it.
2000. I don't know that sycamore trees don't live 2,000 years.
No.
We would recommend that you try to find a restaurant and leave the hotel. You do better to just eat in the hotel.
Okay, very different.
Do you have any tools? You can handle this.
Very different.
The red crescents.
What does that mean?
Bump alerts. Oh, good.
So much better.
That was a nice bump. Yeah, it probably is a school. It's got a basketball court and everything.
You don't see many schools around here.
It's a UN school.
Right, this is our hotel up here on 11 o'clock.
Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there.
You know, meaning that we would spend money in this area. They really are grateful when groups will do that, and there are not that many that do it from America, actually.
Ooh, fancy.
Doesn't look too shabby.
No. And it's got a guard shack.
I'm telling you what the funny sites I've heard is when Pam was going to.
Alright, this will be your hotel. Tonight, dinner. You know, what time would you like to have your dinner?
8.
7:30.
Okay, let's say basically 7:30, of course, if you go there earlier or a little bit after, doesn't matter.
Here's the view from our hotel room in the Oasis Hotel in Jericho. And here's a sweeping panoramic shot of our view. And there's a mosque not far away from here. Earlier today we were way over in this area in the old city, and we went through downtown, and this hotel is on the outskirts. Wow, such a big field that by our hotel, that somebody's taken advantage of it to exercise their horse. You don't see that every day where we live. It's like a cowboy movie here. Just another surprise when you're in Jericho. We have kebabs tonight for dinner here at the Oasis. That's fish, pasta, potatoes, tangerines, dessert bar, and there's a salad bar over here. And the restaurant's in a separate building away from the hotel, but it's good.